Howdy, y'all. My name is Scott. I'm the author of Rivet Stone, and I may be just some author, but let me tell you, I am calling you out. Yes, you. Yes, you. Right there. I'm calling you out, buddy. What am I calling you out for? This video, and I kind of excuse it up front, this is going to be closer to a rant than anything that's even remotely advice-driven. But actually, no, there's some good advice here. I'm just kidding, guys. Come on, watch the whole video. This is for the people who are struggling to finish a book, which I think is a lot of people. I mean, writing a whole novel is a giant long-term project. Like, this isn't just some easy feat, especially if you're trying to write something fairly lengthy. Not even, I mean, this isn't all that thick. I mean, it's pretty not, I mean, yeah, well, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that crazy, but even then, you know, getting something out there and writing 200 pages, like, that's a lot. Like, let's be real here. 200 pages is a lot. Remember when you had to write 15-page essays in school? Like, that sucked, all right? And that was double-spaced. That was double-spaced. And now you're telling me we got to write 200 more? Oh my God. Like, let's be real. Like, this is not, you know, it definitely can be easy, but it's definitely not like the easiest thing in the world. So this is my challenge to you. For those probably low-key, like one person who actually got this far in the video. My challenge is to you. I want you to set an hour every single day, and your goal is to write for 30 minutes. I don't know what you're saying. Scott, well, why would I sit down an hour to write for 30 minutes? Like, why wouldn't I just? Because you're setting yourself up for failure. That's exactly what you're doing. And I'm not even saying that it is impossible to write for an hour. I probably write for about an hour every day. But what's important is to set yourself up so that you can actually get some small wins. If you're struggling to really get the ball rolling, what you don't need to do is the equivalent of cutting cold turkey and being like, I need to finish, so therefore I'm going to write for 3 hours a day. You're like, no. Like, be real with yourself. If you said an hour of work, like, I got ADHD coming to my butt, you know, if I set 2 hours, I'd be lucky to get an hour in of writing. Because what am I going to do? I'm here on the computer. I get distracted. I see my phone buzz. I go get water. You know, I get a little hungry, so I make some popcorn. Like, you know, life is going to get in the way of a lot of things. And if you're setting yourself up of like doing these super high bar expectations, all you're doing is just setting yourself up to failure. And until you start getting these smaller wins, you can't really like snowball your success. It's like going to the gym. If you're going to start working out for the first time and you work out for, I don't know, 5 hours, and then you practically kill yourself and you literally can't, you're like, I'm too sore. I can't do anything. I'm too tired. Like, why did I do that? I just wasted so much time. And then you don't go to the gym again for like a whole month or maybe a week, and then it becomes a month, and then it becomes a year. I'm looking at you still. Like, set yourself an hour every day, and your goal is to write for just 30 minutes. If you hit that 30 minutes within that goal, good, you're done. You could keep going if you want to. You don't have to. You beat the challenge. But if you beat that goal, then be happy with that. If you only, you know, maybe you start a little bit, you get distracted, you know, maybe you check Instagram, you go to the restroom, and then you come back and you finish it, then congratulations. You did it. You achieved something. Like, you do not need to be so hard on yourself, especially when you're like actually struggling. Like, set yourself up for some small wins, enjoy the process, and as it becomes more of a habit, then increase your bar. You know, after you do that for 2 weeks, then go ahead and say like, okay, I'm going to try to write for 45 minutes within that hour. Okay, I'm going to try to set myself to write for an hour within 90 minutes. It's scalable. It's scalable for all the devs out there. It's scalable. So, you know, I think it's just really important to really set your expectations to be realistic, to something that you can actually achieve, and not just go ham or go crazy, or then just set yourself up to become disappointed, and then you're just feeding into your own problem, and eventually it just becomes its own like self-fulfilling prophecy, which is the last thing that any of us need. So hopefully that helped. Give me a like, give me a sub, and let's get published.